All right, guys, welcome in. I want to talk a little bit about the trade the New York Jets made today. Michael Carter going to the Eagles in a swap of late round 2027 picks. Jets get a 6th round pick. Eagles get a 7th round pick. So the Jets essentially trade up 1 round, move Michael Carter, the second, over to Philadelphia. And the Jets get a former 2nd round pick wide receiver in John Metchie. Metchie? I think that's how you pronounce the last name. Going to get into it in just a second. I just want to say thank you to Sleeper. If you guys are familiar with the channel, you know they're sponsoring the channel for the season. So head down in the description, get a $100 deposit match up to $100 when you use code JetsTalk. So if you want to help support the channel, help support the sponsors of the channel. But I want to give you guys my thoughts on the trade overall. I really like Michael Carter II. I thought he was easily one of the best slot corners in the league over the last few years. Last year he got hurt, and then it seemed like the injury kind of lingered, and then we shift defenses. Now we're in more of a man coverage. He's a little bit more of a zone slot corner. And the drop-off was pretty noticeable since that point. Jets gave him a 3-year extension before last year. So he actually has, the rest of this year and then 2 more seasons on his deal. And it was a balloon kind of payment. So it was going to get bigger after this season. Would have been about, I think it was a $12.5 million cap hit each of the next 2 years. Because of the Jets trading him, they wind up saving about $10 million a year by moving the contract. He actually ate $5 million worth of guaranteed salary. It was an injury guarantee that he had in order to facilitate the trade to get him over to the Philadelphia Eagles, reuniting himself with Joe Douglas, who's over there in Philadelphia. Obviously not making this trade, but the inside knowledge is not too bad. That makes it Bryce Huff and Mekhi Becton all made their way over to Philadelphia at one point. Will there be others? Who knows? We'll see. I predict AVT probably in the future. He's probably headed to Philadelphia. But to the Eagles fans that are watching this, you're getting a really, really good player with a ton of upside. Still a young dude. Hopefully the injuries is not the reason why he's seen a little bit more of a drop-off, and it's more of the change in defensive scheme. Like I said, really, really good dude. This year, giving up a career-high 109.7 passer rating, Michael Carter II did, but he's only given up 3 touchdowns over the course of 5 years. So when you think of that bend but don't break, Michael Carter is pretty much the example of that. As far as what made him expendable for the New York Jets, the Jets traded late-round picks with the Tennessee Titans to get Jarvis Brownlee, who's been an absolute dog in this system. So he's really made MC2 a little bit more expendable on that side of things. Jets have control over Brownlee through 2027, so there's no real reason to keep the big cap hit for Michael Carter. Connor Hughes, a few days ago, maybe a week ago now at this point, was kind of projecting a day 3 pick that ultimately wound up being a really late round pick swap. And the Jets maybe could have gotten a better draft pick from another team, but the Jets were kind of eyeing some wide receiver help. And the Jets have made some of these trades before. Most recently, Phillips, Briggs, and Brownlee. These 3 players traded late round picks to get proven NFL players that are trending up. So even though you're not drafting these positions, later in the draft with a 5th or a 6th round pick, you're trading a pick to get a player who you've seen play on an NFL field, and you just lose 1 year of contractual control. I love this. Briggs, Brownlee, and Phillips have all been some of our best players throughout the course of this season. So I do think that Metchie has some potential role player potential that could come into play. Now, he's pretty similar skill set, I'd say, to an Arian Smith. Really good deep ball separators, just kind of underperformed. He's a smaller guy, so there's some issues there. Coming out of the league, he was a 2nd-round pick by the Texans. He was diagnosed with leukemia. I think he missed his whole rookie year, if I remember correctly. In the 2 years he did play with the Texans, he played in 29 games, had 40 receptions, 412 yards, and a touchdown. He was traded to the Eagles this past August. And you know what? His deep ball separation is similar to Amon-Ra St. Brown and Michael Pittman Jr. Now, size and other attributes clearly come into play with those guys. But I think for a team that is severely hurting at the wide receiver position in the New York Jets, we really only have Garrett Wilson, who is still sitting out injured right now. There's going to be plenty of opportunities for someone like Metchie to come in and, make his impact potentially known. We haven't had a great go of it as far as the passing game goes, but Metchie is a restricted free agent after the year, so we can retain him for basically nothing and have another wide receiver going into next year, even if it's just competition at that point. But I like the swing. It's a total shot in the dark lottery ticket on Metchie. You move up one round on a player that you were planning to probably cut in the offseason in Michael Carter II. So overall, I think this was a very sound move by the New York Jets. I think Muji did a good job. I have no ill feelings towards Michael Carter II whatsoever, so I wish him the best of luck over in Philadelphia. And hopefully the Jets get a little bit of success from the new player on our side of the board. So guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. What do you think of the trade away of Michael Carter II, and what do you think of getting John Metchie for the New York Jets? Does it do anything? Is it kind of a meh move? Let me know in the comment section down below. And as always, go Jets.